Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Music. Today we're checking out how to play B diminished. Okay, now we're going to check out the beginning method, we're going to check out the intermediate and the advanced. So definitely stick around. If you're just learning guitar, just have a go and learn the beginning method. If you have been playing for a little while, learn these other voicings. You might like these voicings better. And maybe if you're playing with another guitarist in another band, you might like the fact that you can play two different versions of the chord. That's always great, right? Having that different sound, making it fuller together rather than sort of competing. But otherwise, guys, the notes in the chord are B, D, and F. If you're not sure how we got there, head over to patdavidmusic.com, head to the grade 1 section. Everything is explained there, but you won't need to know any theory. Just grab your guitars and let's dive in, guys. So what you want to do is you want to have your pinky, for the beginning version, you want to have your pinky on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. That's your B note. You want to have your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret there of the 2nd string. That's your D. And finally for the F, you want your 1st finger stretched out onto the 1st fret. Okay? And if you wanted to, you could include that open 4th string as well, because that's a D. Okay? It's completely up to you. So if you are just getting started, that first version is great, because although it is B diminished, if you just move it up 1 fret, move everything up a fret, then you've got C diminished. Move it up 2 frets, you've got D diminished. So on and so on. So with that one shape, you actually already know all of the diminished chords. Let's move on to a different voicing with the intermediate version, right? So what you want to do for the intermediate version is you want to have your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, that's your B note. You want to have your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, that's an F. You want to have your pinky on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, that's another B. And you want to have your 3rd finger tucked away down there on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, that's another D. And that's it. So that there is the intermediate version, okay? Now again, it's a movable shape. Move it up 1 fret, you've got C diminished. Move it up another fret, you've got C sharp. Move it up again, you've got D diminished. All of the chord shapes are there, right? So you might prefer that voicing to the first voicing, but both are movable. Let's check out the more advanced, and again, you might not like this sound, but again, it's just a slightly different voicing, right? So what you want to do is have your 1st finger all the way up there on the 7th fret of the 6th string. Then you want to have your 2nd finger just next to it on the 8th fret of the 5th string. So far you've got B and you've got F. Then you want your pinky all the way down there on the 9th fret, okay, of the 4th string. It's another B. And you want your 2nd finger down there on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And that's it, guys. So the notes that you're playing there, you've got B, F, B, and D. And again, it's a movable shape, so you move it up 1, you've got C diminished, so on and so on. So again, this is just 3 different versions. You might like one version compared to the other. You might like the tone, you might like the deep bassy notes here, you might like the sort of higher, more trebly notes that you can get over here. You might like the in-between sound. It's completely up to you guys, but it's always a great idea knowing a few different voicings, especially if you're playing with another guitarist. Like I said before, you won't sort of compete with them in the same sonic space, or playing different chords in different areas of the neck can sometimes just unlock little tunes that you can write for yourself, or whole songs that you weren't sort of aware of before because maybe you were stuck in a rut playing the same chords over and over again. So again, the notes there you've got B, D, and F, or 1, flat 3, and flat 5. If you're not sure how we got there, head to the grade 1 playlist in the lesson section of patdavidmusic.com. Otherwise, guys, if you like the effort, definitely like this video. I've been Pat from Pat David Music. Subscribe to see more. I'll see you all again. Bye.